Hi, people. Welcome to the All Things All American podcast, where we talk all things All American. Now, before I go into my season 6 rant and I talk about everything we know about season 7, I would like to put a humble request to everyone listening that while we interact with the actors of the show, we should remember that these people are here to work and to portray storylines as the writers and the showrunners saw fit. So while we comment under their Instagram posts or whatever, let's remember that they're humans with human emotions and we should be a bit more compassionate. There's always a nice way to say something mean, and yeah, let's just put some thought behind our actions. Thank you. Now, let's talk about season 6. I'm still very, very upset. It's been 6 long months since the show wrapped up and some people left. But come on, I feel like they deserved a better send off. The whole essence of the show was about a guy in the hood making it to the NFL, which he did, but the way he got there wasn't cute. I mean, there was a lot of struggle involved. The man got shot, for crying out loud. Anyways, so now, before season 6 aired, we got information that there were going to be 13 episodes, and we didn't know if the show was going to be renewed or not. We knew the 100th episode was going to be this season. Child. That 609 was more for Asha to find closure in his football dream and whatever. He got the perfect ending actually. I don't understand why his character stayed on to the very last episode. Not in the way you're thinking. Like, I love Asha, but like, they didn't write actual dialect for him. He didn't have a proper storyline post 609. Like, that was his ending. That was his wrap up for season 6 and whatever. The rest of the show, he's just supporting the other characters, which as a series regular shouldn't be anyway. Okay, I digress. But yeah, so Asha got his perfect ending. He got to play. He didn't win, but it was closure. I mean, when you have a dream get stolen from you for something beyond your I mean, the steroids played a part, but I mean, his genetics failed him in that department. So yeah, I mean, when something like that happens to you, you don't get over it overnight. So I'm glad he got to have his closure. Then we have Spencer. Oh, actually, before we skip to Spencer, so Asha leaving the show, being written off, means Jamie and AJ are gone too. I just got bonded to AJ. I love that baby. And we love Jamie. Jamie's fun. She's really, really cute. She's really sweet. It was nice having her in the show. I hope they bring her back for season 7 for something. I don't know what. Oh, I wonder how they're going to write everyone off. I wonder. I know Spencer and Levi in New York, so it's not like they can up and film everything in New York, so we understand why they're gone. But I don't know why AJ, Asha, and Jamie will be gone. Especially since Asha just got a job at Beverly. 701 is about a month after 615. So I don't know what would have happened in a month for them to move. I don't know where. So yeah, I am really intrigued to see what they do with their characters and all of that. Now, Spencer. Oh my gosh. The NFL has always been the dream. Like, this guy's dream. it wavered a bit after his dad died or whatever. But I mean, the NFL has always been the dream. So for him to not even get the proper ending he deserved, I mean, come on. Why? Why? 612 was supposed to be about Spencer getting drafted. Like, he easily could have been top 5 pick because he worked for it. Let's be honest. Like Spencer don't like him. He worked for his position in the NFL. He defied the odds. Is this a show where they are saying, no, statistically speaking, we're not supposed to amount to anything? Anyways, I watch a lot of TV, so please let me know if I'm mixing something up. But anyways, so yeah, statistically speaking, he wasn't supposed to amount to anything, not to everything, to anything, because let's be real. He grew up in the hood. His father left. Life was against him, but he made it to the NFL. So the least they could do was give him the proper ending in 612 instead of stealing the moment from Jordan and Layla's wedding, which we'll get into later. So yeah, I feel like the whole week heading to the draft should have been about Spencer, like him preparing for life in the NFL, packing or whatever. We should have seen it all because I mean this has been the dream since season 1. We've been watching to get to this moment and we don't even get to see that. Instead, we have what we have. We have Liv's book. Oh my gosh. I'm so, I don't mind Liv. Like, okay, yeah, you've got your book or whatever. But why is your book signing the day before the NFL draft? Like, what episode was that? 610 was it? Sorry, let me just, yeah. So 610, where Spencer is having so much trouble with the draft and whatever. We've established that this process is nerve-wracking, it's hard, it's a lot. So what she needed to be doing was to be a supportive girlfriend. Like, this week should have been about him. Everyone should have been catering to his every need, making sure he's prepped and ready and has everything going into the draft so that it's seamless, it's flawless or whatever. Instead, Liv has her book signing, which she did no promo for. So literally no one knows that the book is coming out today and she's having a signing. Ma'am, how are people supposed to show up when they don't know what's happening? Anyways, so she has her book signing, which Spencer obviously feels the need to be there for because the whole issue before was that he wasn't paying as much attention, he wasn't as supportive, so he had changed the narrative because otherwise they'll be back to where they were at 501, you know. So he puts his events on the back burner to be there for her, which gets interrupted by that photo op. Now, that photo op actually helped her career in a way because, I mean, 100% sales in less than 24 hours. It must have done something for her. But anyways, so my point is that 612 should have been about Spencer and Spencer alone. Liv could have shared the episode 613 with Jordan and Layla. 614 could have been an update on everyone. That 10-month time jump should have been in 614. We have the game, we have the proposal, we have Coop getting accepted into law school, Patience going to Broadway. What else? Jordan's update on his injury and whatever. That all could have been 614 instead of the bad omens. Why are we doing that? Like, it's like they wanted to milk the pain and suffering before these people actually went on their merry way, which is just a shame. Because I mean, it's these people's last 2 episodes on the show. They should be having fun, not crying about things that happened when in season 1. Come on. Anyways, so yeah, then 615 should have been the Bachelorette bachelor party or whatever, and the wedding, and boom, we have our season finale. They found out that they could get 2 extra episodes in mid season 6, early season 6 in fact, because I'm sure they got the news before we did. So they had more than enough time to rewrite the finale and just like extend it instead of cramming everything in the last 5 minutes of the episode. That just, I don't know, like, why are we doing that? We're sending these people off. At that point, they knew, because right after 613 aired, we got the article about Daniel leaving. So they knew what was coming. They knew he was leaving. Why not do it better? Like, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And as you can tell, I'm still very, very upset about it. Yeah, so that's that. That was Liv. So she had her 100% sales in less than 24 hours. I don't know if I want to say it was earned. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like they could have done better with that storyline. She went through the whole lot of season 6 dedicating her extra time to Billy's story. Like, child, they should have left Billy in season 5. Like, may his soul rest in peace or whatever. But I mean, the guy is gone. Why are we carrying Billy into season 7? I saw the trailer where Liv comes back and she's giving a talk about how much impact Billy had on her. Like, guys, please, we covered this in season 5 where she dedicated her award to it. That should have been it. Because now they have Jordan trying to live up to this man. When this man, I digress. You don't talk bad about the dead. Yes, so in conclusion, we should have left Billy in season 5. Season 6 should have been Liv enjoying life. You know, she had London, she made friends and whatever. Yes, I don't understand why Ashley was there. Like, they had so little time and they wanted to put so much in. Like, 13 episodes, it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. It's not enough to be introducing redundant characters like Ryan or Ashley or Miko. Why are we talking about child? Wait, let's get to Patience later. But yes, I've lost my train of thought. I was talking about someone. Liv. What was I saying about Liv? Child. When I remember, I'll remember. Anyways, so yes. Oh yes, about Billy. So yeah, why are we doing this? Olivia Baker is a journalist by profession. She graduated with her degree in journalism from GAU. She had her internship. It's why she was on the cultural exchange program in London. So why aren't we harnessing this? Is this book what she's going to be talking about for the rest of her life? Is she just a children's book author now? Is Billy's memory all she has to live for now? Like, please, let's scrap that. Billy's dead. He's gone. He's had his impact. He's taken Spencer to the NFL. He's been thanked. We've recognized, oh, he's done. We've seen it. We've heard. Let's leave him now. Let him rest in peace. Yeah. So that's on Liv. I don't think they gave her the send off she does. These people have been here since season 1. I think Spencer and Liv have been in every episode from season 1, episode 1 to 615. Correct me if I'm wrong. But for these people who are the show's faves, they have the biggest fandom on the show, to give them such a send-off wasn't fair, it wasn't right. They need to do better. Season 7, I expect better. Next, we have Coop, Patience, Laura Grace Dillon. Coop is coming back. She will be a law student. We'll get into that when we start discussing the season 7 stuff we know so far. But what was Coop's storyline this season? Supporting Patience and trying to get Miko in prison or whatever. Again, why are we focusing on redundant characters? We didn't see Miko, we didn't see a courtroom. That was basically Patience's storyline from 601 to 610. I'm a liar. 611. Was it? 611, yes, 611, because I remember that was the introduction to the next gen. Yeah, so 611, that was literally what she was handling, dealing with PTSD and Miko lying or whatever. We didn't even get to see the courtroom. Like, what? Why was that such? There was so much screen time taken from what could have been happening. Like, anyways. So that's that. So Coop was trying to do that. I can't remember anything else. Yeah. So that was that. Patience left to New York. She was on Broadway for about 6 months, was it? No, 8 months. Child, please forgive me. I'm trying to remember. I'm not watching from 601 with time crunch. Yeah. Anyways, so she went for this 8 months. She came back. We had her performing at the wedding. No, the wedding was before Broadway. She went during the time jump. She was back for Spencer and Olivia's wedding. Now, Coop. When you heard that your girl has an opportunity in New York, why would you say that? You've never really acted well. You have to start from somewhere. They wanted her on the team. She got the job. She earned it. She's been working really, really hard. And there she is. What you do as a partner is to support. Now, more on this in the theories corner. Because, yeah, I think we all see where Coop and Patience are heading. 6 long years of having them, but have we heard anything about Patience coming back? I don't think so. So now I don't understand how Coop will have a girlfriend off screen. And the writers are miracle workers, so we just have to wait and see that. But yeah, so Coop gets into Yale Law School and GAU. I don't even understand why that's a toss-up. I don't understand, because she says she can't go to Ivy League because she feels she doesn't deserve it. Why are you pursuing the career then, if you think your destiny was to be what, a ex-musician with a minor in drug dealing? Well, then you should have stayed there. Why are you pursuing a law career if you're not going to take every opportunity that comes your way to the fullest? Okay, I don't know. I'm not from the US, so I don't think I can speak on it. But comment, people, DM me, email me, or whatever. I'll put everything in the bio. Let me know, if you had an opportunity to go to an Ivy League school, would you take it, or would you stick to something, something more comfortable? Yeah, because all my life I've heard no Ivy League this, Ivy League that. It's a big deal, going to Harvard. Come on. So I feel like if I got an acceptance letter to Harvard or something, I would take it in a heartbeat. How I'll pay for it, how I get there is not any of my business. I have the opportunity and I'm going. So why she's not going is beyond me. Why it's even a thought not to go is beyond me. She's back as a regular, so obviously I think she's staying in LA. they're not going to film in a different city. Otherwise, Spencer and Liv wouldn't be gone either. So, yeah, that's just very crazy to me. Anyway, so that's that. We'll be seeing more of Coop in season 7. We'll dive a bit more into that later. So yes, like I say, Patience is gone. She must have settled in New York. She must have loved it or something. So she's there with Liv and Spencer. Miss Laura is leaving as well. She says she wants to start over, and okay, she's dating Mr. Luke. Now I love these two. They don't really take up much screen time, so I can't have a problem with them. They're cute. She's having fun. She's moving on or whatever. I understand why she would want to leave. I mean, she has all these memories with her husband and her kids and whatever, and she wouldn't want to start a life with Luke in the same house Billy lived. Come on. So yeah, Laura's gone. Grace is with her husband finally after the long distance marriage. I don't understand why she moved back. Well, I understand because she was here to support Spencer, but I mean, she could have stayed for a few months and gone back. But she's with her husband, so she's out. Dylan is in art school. I mean, see, with the way the show is written, the families are so intertwined. Hear me out. You can't have Grace without Spencer. You can't have Dylan without Spencer. You can't have Grace without Dylan or Dylan without Grace. You get what I mean? Like, they can't be on the show full time without each other. So if Spencer's gone, why are we having Grace and Dylan? Because those two only mainly interacted with Spencer or Laura. Laura is gone. So what are they going to be doing here? So yeah, that's that. I think that's everyone that left. Now let's talk about 6-11. Yeah, so I'm currently online, so I see a lot, and I came across a post where someone was saying 6-11 is a filler episode. 6-11 was after they confirmed that they would be getting renewed for season 7, and it was going to be a new generation or whatever. They have to introduce them somehow, you know. Some of you won't like this, but we are mentioning a very special someone. And yeah, unless she's coming back in season 7, this is the first and last time she'll be mentioned on this podcast, and I don't want to hear about it. Anyways, so remember Simone? Yes. Simone was supposed to leave All American when Jordan discovered that the baby wasn't his or whatever, but NK was introducing the spin-off show, right? And they needed somebody to bridge the gap between All American and All American Homecoming. So what do? They keep Simone longer to introduce her other than a other than someone who pinned the baby on Jordan. You know, give her some substance before she moves off to All American Homecoming, so that she, you know, builds some kind of fan base. And they needed something a bit extra, like they needed a different sport, yes, hence the tennis and the baseball. So Simone was the bridge between All American and All American Homecoming, and this new generation, Amina and Khalil to be specific, are the bridge between All American seasons 1 to 6 and All American season 7 to whatever season they get. Watch NK get season 8. Watch her. Wait, you will be shocked. Anyways, so yes, so 6-11 wasn't a filler episode. That was them introducing the cast. Remember, that's the episode Amina gets recast as an older version. So that was them giving us some glimpse into the future. We see that Khalil is going into drugs or whatever, and he has some behavior problems, and Amina is struggling with Preach and whatever, and that's basically what's leading into season 7. We'll get into that a bit later. So yeah, 611 was basically bridging the gap between the two eras. They can't do a spin-off because it's the same concept. If you get what I mean, they're carrying on with football. Okay, if maybe they picked up a different sport, say golf, right? About golfers going pro or something, then they would need a spin-off. If they're continuing with the same football dream of getting into the NFL, it doesn't make sense to start the series all over again. You get what I mean? So yeah, that was the purpose of 611. Help us, get some kind of connection to whatever. And if you notice the way they paired the kids, okay, we had Bryce with Liv, we had Dion with Spencer, we had Khalil with Jordan, we had Amina with Layla. Everyone staying was paired together, and everyone leaving the show was paired together. Yet, see that connection? Now, I don't know where they took Bryce, because Bryce and Amina, weren't they each other's person? Child. Anyways, yeah, so Dion's gone, Bryce is gone. Again, redundant characters. Why are you going to introduce this? How many episodes was Dion in? For why? Child, a waste of my character's screen time. But, I mean, they serve their purpose. Can't change that now. So, yeah, those people are gone. Who else was there? That's basically it. Yeah, so that's 611. Yeah. Then, now, let's talk a bit about Layla and what's going on with her in season 7. Now, before I start, let's get a brief history of Layla and everything she's been through. I didn't do this for the characters leaving because, they're not coming back, so it's not like we're going to be talking about them in detail. So, Layla had struggled with depression since season 1. I know you say, no, what, but the story that I started in season 2. No, they introduced Layla as this lonely girl, kind of, and she was putting on a facade, trying to be perfect or whatever, but deep down she was hiding a lot. She was home alone, her father was gone. She didn't know that she had depression. It's hereditary. She only found out after the fact, after she was spiraling and whatever, after diving deep into her mom's death and whatever. Now, in all of that, she wanted to feel connected to her mother, which is what drove her into the music storyline. Okay? Now, season 6 was her finalizing that story with her mom and her mom's death, and I feel like she's healed. Like, it's done now. So that music storyline served its purpose. It's done, it's over, she's moving on. Okay? She was still struggling with her mom's death, even after therapy and going to rehab and whatever. It's something they just closed the door on again. So it doesn't make sense for her to continue actively pursuing music, because that storyline again has served its purpose. It helped. She's healed. It wasn't that she went into music as, no, this is what I want, this is my dream, this is what. Remember, Layla wanted to go to college. Jordan in 4 or 6, I think, the cabin episode, whatever episode that is, was shocked when she said she wasn't going to college, because it's like, what, Layla, that's always been the dream or whatever. But her dream changed because of what she needed in that moment. You understand? So yeah, music wasn't her career choice. It wasn't her first choice. It wasn't what she wanted to pursue for the rest of her life, but it's something she needed for her mental health, for her sanity, for her healing journey. Again, she is healed and the ship has sailed. So now she's stuck. What do we do now? I mean, what happens next? She's just gotten married. She's 24. Child, Layla has made it very, very clear that she's not having a baby anytime soon. Now, I know this is TV, and on TV, when they say they're going to wait for something, they never wait. So I'm holding on to the baby storyline. If you know, you know. I am still holding on, and no one's going to tell me otherwise. So yeah, she's a newlywed. She's blissfully in love. She loves her husband. Let's just make that clear. She's happily married and all of that. She's just at a standstill because now she has to recalibrate her life. She made an impulsive decision not to go to college. Okay. She chose a career that she didn't love. I mean, I think she liked it. I didn't think she fell in love with producing. So, yeah. It's not something I see her doing for the rest of her life. It's not something she sees herself doing for the rest of her life. Her label can still keep running. She still owns it. She still owns the restaurant, whatever. But the restaurant she only went into after Patience's accident, you know, as something to step away from music. She's 21. She has more than enough time to figure out where she wants to go, like what direction she wants to do with her life. And yeah, so she's newly married. They're not rushing to have kids. They're still enjoying each other, which is perfectly fine. I mean, come on. 24, that's basically a teenage pregnancy. So, yeah, I'm happy they are still living in the moment. I'm just happy, I guess. Now, Layla, season 6, we ended with her and Jordan getting the house. Yay. Yay, babe. I mean, yeah. I've seen comments on Twitter talking about how, you know what, Jordan kept Layla homeless for most of their marriage or whatever. Guys, let's be real. Let's be real. They're looking for a forever home. Okay? And when you're buying a house instead of building with your vision out of, it's hard. It's hard. You are looking for a place that you envision yourself raising your kids in, living the rest of your days in. You're not going to buy the first thing you see on the market. You are more than allowed to be picky, especially if this is the end goal. Like, this is a one and done deal. That's clearly what they want. Also, Jordan got injured in that 10-month time jump. So they obviously had to put a pause on that. There's no way Jordan is going to be in his hospital bed looking for a house. Come on, let's be serious. Let's be serious. This is Asha 2.0. I hope they don't do the whole Jordan wants to play football again, because Layla will lose it. But yeah, so Jordan's dream has been kind of consistent throughout the seasons. No, I mean, he's always wanted to play football. Let's be real. I don't think the NFL was the end goal, but he did want to play football. So he had the career. He had the opportunities to play pro. He was a Heisman finalist, okay? And even after the concussion, the NFL wanted him to go into the draft. So there was still interest. He was going to get drafted, but he made the decision to step away for his health. He's had what? 2 concussions in a row. A third one would have taken him out. And yeah, I mean, come on. That man loves his wife. He's not going to risk his life and leave her alone. So he stepped away, and he was offered the coaching position at Crenshaw. Child. Jordan and his need to please Billy. Anyways, so yeah, he got the coaching position at Crenshaw, and that's what we're going to see with Jordan's storyline. So let's let's dead the narratives about Jordan not being able to afford a house. He had to have it handed over to him or whatever. That was Liv's idea. Jordan and Layla were happily searching for a house. Wherever they lived, they were content. I mean, they were happy enough if they wanted to keep waiting instead of getting a rental or another property or whatever. So, yeah, it's not like money was an issue. Let's not forget Layla. Layla's loaded. Let's just put it out there. Jordan is also loaded. So money wasn't an issue in that house search. So let's dead that. Let's end it right here, right now. Yeah. They weren't homeless or anything like that. They just went in a hurry to buy the first house they saw. So yeah. Okay. So we touched a bit on Jordan and him giving up on his NFL dream or whatever. But let's do a bit of a background on Jordan as well. So Jordan, child, we've established that Billy was an absent parent, and it gave both his kids, both Olivia and Jordan, some messed up character flaws, issues, everything. So Jordan has always had this need to please Billy, and after Billy's death, he's been on this mission to fill Billy's shoes. I thought they closed that chapter in 514 when Laura helped him realize that filling in Billy's shoes was not something he needed to do because his father wasn't perfect or whatever. But I mean, here we are, because in the talk he had with Spencer in 614, was it, about not wanting to take the job or whatever because Billy's legacy is there or whatever. Like, it's still a prominent struggle. And going into season 7, we see that apparently, well, according to the extended synopsis, according to one of the articles released, we are going to see a lot of Billy in Jordan, and I don't know how to feel about that. We've done such a good job with Jordan coming into his own out of Billy's shadow, and we're pushing him right back. And let the man rest. Let him rest. It's time to just, I don't know what. Anyways, so in light of that, we have news that Jordan is going to be fixated on finding Billy's long lost brother. Again, this need to please Billy, to rise to the occasion. He needs to do these things for himself, not for Billy's sake. Like, Billy is dead. Let him rest. It's time to start living for you, Jordan. Stop chasing the dream he had. Let's not see Billy in Jordan. But I feel like the worst we can possibly get about Billy in Jordan, I'm okay with being wrong about this too, is that Jordan will be absent. He will be so focused on coaching and finding his long lost uncle that his home life is going to be neglected. Also, the fact that Jordan is taking Khalil in, according to the extended synopsis, yeah, so he's taking Khalil in, and he's going to be hyper fixated on finding who his uncle is. If this guy lets Layla take a lead on his parenting, you will be hearing from me. You will be hearing a lot about this from me. And I hope Jordan spoke to Layla before moving Khalil in. Let's go back to season 1. Remember how Jordan felt about Spencer moving into the house without Billy talking to the family and whatever, even if he didn't pay bills in the house. No, don't get. I love Jordan. We Team Jordan all the way here, but he will get whacked if it's being silly. Now, Jordan had a problem with Billy moving Spencer into the house without talking to anyone in the family, not even Laura. So if he turns around and does the same thing and moves Khalil without talking to Layla, please allow me to whack him to my heart's contentment. Yes, so that's that. And oh, child. Also, KJ is a QB, Jordan's a QB. I see where they're going with that. They are going to make Jordan some kind of mentor for KJ2, which is exciting. And in light of that, we should all expect Jadela angst coming. Every article says Layla and Jordan are blissfully in love and married and whatever. Wake up. All Jadelas out there, this is your wake up call. This is my this is my alarm clock. Wake up. Wake up. Don't be naive. If you don't see the angst coming, you will be setting yourself up for disappointment. Let's be realistic here. Expect the worst, not infidelity, none of that. If it happens to happen, I'm done watching the show. We don't do that over here. Thank you very much. Also, since Jordan is moving Khalil in, I see Amina moving in too. Now, hear me out. Okay, we've seen that Amina is going to struggle a bit with her grief storyline. Okay, she's a teenager, she's going through hormones or whatever. It's time she's going to start investigating Mo's death on a deeper level. When Mo died, she was 10. Okay, she didn't have access to people who talk. It's not like these people were going to tell her exactly what happened, because how do you tell your 10-year-old that you killed her mother to protect her aunt? I mean, I get it, I honestly get it, but she was a child at the time. She was raised by Mo for the first 10 years of her life. Realistically speaking, no matter how bad a person your parent is to other people, there's an experience you have with them. I will give an example. This is a bad example to give because it's very different context. But like, if somebody kidnaps a child when they're really, really young, okay, and they care for this child, they nurture them, they love them or whatever. Yes, the mother is a kidnapper. By every right, they were wrong. They deserve to be convicted. But they loved this child their whole life. You know, this child doesn't see this person that raised them as a kidnapper, but somebody who loved them. You know, it's the same thing with Amina and Mo. Mo was a terror. Okay, she was in a gang. So was Tyrone. But that was her family. They loved her. So now, after they're dead, she's going to start unraveling these truths about who her parents really were. You know what they've been trying to shield her from. And I see her gravitating towards Layla because Coop and Preach, who are the people who are supposed to be closest to her, have been hiding this her whole life. Not really her whole life, but like this whole time. So yeah, like, that's ultimate betrayal, because she did ask. They didn't give her answers. And you know, the truth hurts more when you find out from somebody else than the person who actually did it. So yeah, I could see Amina moving in with Jordan and Layla, because Layla is going to help her tremendously get through her grief process. She's going to take really, really good care of her. Amina's not going to go into the same depressive spell Layla did. Layla has experienced it. She, I'm sure, can tell the signs from just interacting with Amina. So yeah, Amina's in safe hands. So I don't think we should worry too much about that. And I feel like, again, I'm happy to be wrong. I will come back to this after the show wraps to verify my theories. But I feel like this is the past that's coming to haunt Coop while she starts Law School. Now, let's move to Coop. I think I've done everything to do with, oh, actually, no, I don't. Should I? Okay, we'll discuss the triangle in a bit after we introduce the boys. Yeah. So Coop is staying in LA. Looks like she'll be at GAU. Now, my theory is that Coop and Patience broke up because, Yale is an hour and a half, about 2 hours away from New York, and GAU is what, a 42 hour drive. It's literally on the other side. So, ma'am, why are you willingly going into a long distance relationship, even if it means what, a better is GAU better than Yale though? Child. Anyways, again, I don't live in the US, so somebody verify why somebody would want to go to a local university over an Ivy League one. Could it be the cost or something? Somebody just put that in. So we have a new character being introduced for Coop, Miss Brianna Strong, who is going to be Coop's professor. Now, it's cliche to think Coop and her professor are going to hook up, but it's TV. I'm not counting it out. So yeah, child. If Coop and Patience are still together and she hooks up with her professor, child, 6 seasons of what? What was all that for them? Child, anyways. So yeah, that's that on Coop. We have another character being introduced, which is Tori. She is a cheerleader at Beverly. She was in the trailer too, and the extended trailer with Amina. Correct me if I'm wrong and I'm confusing people, but I feel like Amina's friend is Tori. They meet, I don't know where, but maybe she's from Crenshaw, who knows. But yeah, they're on the beach together for the most part, and in the first look, I posted that on my Twitter if you haven't seen it, but it's going to be in the first episode anyway, in a few hours. So, we'll see that. We'll get the characters verified. So, Tori is a cheerleader at Beverly, like I said. Tori is also friends with Amina, so I feel like Tori is going to be the bridge between Crenshaw and Beverly, okay? Now, from the first look and the promo pics we've seen so far, I can deduce that there's some flirty energy between Amina and KJ. KJ is clearly smitten. Did you see his face after that kiss, child? So, yeah. So, yes, KJ clearly likes Amina. And Amina kissing him means there's some feelings there too. But it's angsty between Amina and Khalil. So there's some stuff there. KJ is at Beverly with Tori, so I see them dating. So it's going to be a love square here. I see Tori ending up with Khalil, and Amina and KJ ending up together. I mean, I'll take it either way. I don't think I have a preference at the moment. Maybe when we meet the characters and whatever. What I don't want to see is Amina have a savior complex with Khalil. Khalil is troubled. Let's be real. Whatever is going on, he's associated with gangs now. He's failing in school. Jordan's trying to help him by moving him into the house, but he's 24. So what are you doing raising a teenager? So yeah. Also, in the first look, we see Amina confronting Khalil, but she's a bit too loud. So KJ must have overheard the whole failing thing, whatever. Which brings us back to the trailer where we see KJ and Khalil fighting. Ooh, could be a jealousy thing, hey, because they're both interested in Amina. Now, Amina is surrounded by people who are very, very protective over her, including Preach. Now, when you have an overprotective parent, it's hard for people around you as well to see you as a mature person. You get. So Preach is overprotective over Amina, and yeah, I feel like it's not really stunting her, but it's stunting her people's view of her. Okay, so they're treating her like she's a baby. In the first look, okay, we see Khalil making fun of her, talking about how she's out too late, she's young, isn't it past her bedtime? You see that thing. He sees her like she's a young girl, not a teenager, almost an adult. And yeah, that's some challenge she's going to face with that, and she's trying to break out of that, which is the conversation she's having with Layla in the lounge in the trailer, which brings us back to her investigating Mo's death, because everyone's going to keep treating her like she's a baby, and then she's going to find out on her own. Now that's a show I want to watch, and I will be tuned in as long as the lights are on. Now, the only people who knew what really happened to Mo are Preach, Coop, and Patience. Because remember, Patience is the one who tossed the gun. Is that the same season child? I don't even know. But anyway, I know Patience knew. But Patience is gone, so she's irrelevant to this. I don't think Jordan or Layla knew the specifics about all of this. So I see Amina running to Jordan and Layla's house once all of this goes down. So yeah, they're having two babies, a girl and a boy. Child, the Baker twins are coming. Just hold on. Now, this podcast is going to be a bit all over the place. I lose my train of thought a lot, so just bear with me. Anyways, so I don't know if I mentioned this already, but after Amina, no, I didn't talk about this. Sorry. So Amina approaches Khalil and is trying to check on him, whatever. So obviously there's some emotional involvement there. She's trying to check if he's okay, since he's repeating the 11th grade, he's failing in school, he's spazzing out, okay? And he's antagonizing her, like, the whole baby stuff, which I mentioned before. And what does this girl do? She goes to kiss KJ. Which solidifies my proof, or my theory rather, that KJ and Khalil are fighting over Amina. Now, let's go into KJ. His life is uprooted by his father when his father gets the Beverly job. Why does he come to LA from wherever they came from? Only God knows. But KJ going to be in the same boat as Jordan, I feel like. Because you know how Jordan has this perception. I don't know why I'm saying perception, but like when people see Jordan, they think no, he's only gotten where he is because of who Billy was, you know? But yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I strongly disagree. Um, no one's going to allow a football player on their team, especially at a D1 level, if they don't have the talent. They are trying to win. They're trying to um keep up with their position as one of the top schools, one of the top programs. So why are you going to bring on somebody that can't play? You get what I mean? Especially since Jordan was a walk-on. Like, they're choosing him to come and play, not that he's forcing his way onto the team. Also, I feel like he's accomplished so much. He's made strides, you know, after Wade was benched or whatever, he rose to the occasion. He's a Heisman finalist. He still had traction from the NFL teams even after his concussions. Like, he must be a good player. So yeah, but a lot of you viewers don't feel he earned that position because of who his father is. Again, if you are born into privilege, why should you start making unnecessary problems for yourself? Take advantage of it. I mean, Billy came from nothing, okay? And he worked hard so that his kids didn't have to struggle for anything. Sorry. Liv got to extend her student exchange program for that very reason, because she can afford it. Whatever she wants is at her disposal. So is Jordan. You know, he gets to be a walk-on because he can afford it. You get? So, I mean, if you're born into a life of privilege, use it to your advantage. I don't get why people make a big deal out of it. That no, what? He got the house, he didn't buy it. Or please, these people, Billy's dead. Let's just put it out there. Billy's dead. The house remained. So now, what is he supposed to do? What are they supposed to do with the house? Sell it, give it to somebody else? No. If somebody's going to live with it, let them have it. You know, they have so much money at their disposal. Let them do what they must with it. Please, I don't want to see anyone talking about how privileged he is and how he unearned whatever he has. No. He played a part. His privilege helped. Yes, but it didn't get him everything. He earned it. That's that. So now back to KJ. KJ being the coach's son, it's going to take a lot for him to prove that he's where he is as a football player because of his talent and not because his father's a coach. You get. So I feel like that's going to be a lot of KJ's arc. I've seen that he has a trying relationship with his father. So I don't know what's going on with that. Where's Cage's mother? If somebody knows, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll just see it in episode 1. So it's whatever. Yeah. So that's that with KJ. Also, we've seen, or rather, I've heard that KJ's father has some beef with the Bakers. Now, let's go back to 6:15, the finale, where we learn that Billy has a long-lost half-brother. Now, life will tell you that it's what? Coach Bobby or Coach Cage's dad is the uncle. I don't think it's going to be that easy, especially with how invested Jordan is going to be in the investigation or whatever. I don't think it's going to be an obvious person to be his uncle. Like, come on, guys. Child, what if Khalil and Jordan are somehow related? Ooh, that would be fun. But yeah, so now I don't understand what Cage's dad's beef is, especially with the whole Baker family. So it means Layla, Jordan, Laura. Ooh, what if he came back for that? To like, child. You guys, I'm actually getting excited for this episode. Oh my gosh, this is getting so exciting. Just child. Yeah, so that's that. I actually forgot to mention that this season, no, actually, I did mention that this season starts at the end of summer. So it's the beginning of the school year and whatever. So, yeah, that's. I feel like this season is going to be really, really good. Again, I'm happy to be wrong. So if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But yeah, I see the season not being bad. And I also see a bit of struggling on Jordan's part because again, Jordan's 24. He's literally fresh out of college. He's in the same age group as the people he's going to be coaching. So it's going to be really, really hard for him to accept that he's the adult now, you know. Jordan is very unserious. He was team captain, and you saw how he interacted with his team at GAU. So I feel like it's going to be the same situation. You feel like these are his friends instead of his child. I can't think. Yeah, so it's I don't know what they're going to do with that. I hope he is able to set healthy boundaries though with the kids and all of that, and like, yeah, I also hope they don't make Layla some kind of counselor and Crenshaw, because child, I'm not having that, please. Why can't they make these two models like sorry, these are just like gorgeous people. Why aren't they doing something in the fashion world? Layla needs to do something with that, maybe pick up a real estate degree or something. Yeah, I see that for them. These people are gorgeous. Did you guys see the vortex to vortex thing where the cast were interacting? Like, how gorgeous do they look together? And like their chemistry is chemistrying. No, like I'm actually excited. Do people hear how excited I am? I don't think you understand. So yeah, that's that. Anyways, I think I've spoken about everything I should. I gave what I could. Yeah, this is only episode 1, and yeah, I hope this thing gets easier recording and talking for an extended period of time. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time. Please feel free to DM or email your theories. We'll be having a theory corner in every episode. Any tweets you'd want me to talk about, child, this is an anonymous podcast. So yeah, we're literally talking about whatever, and no one's going to bully me into submission. So there's that. So send me whatever you're thinking. I will keep you anonymous too. Unless you want me to expose you. But yeah. So again, we'll be having a theory corner, and I will talk about your theories. If you want to add, take away from anything you want me to address in the next podcast, please let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.